Hello tubers. Today we are working on, no just kidding, we're working on that, as you might have guessed. And I went a little crazy, but you know, painted up some of the engine, ain't done with that yet. Valve covers over there. Got the core support out of it. It's rusty as all get out, but I've seen worse. Here's one out of the blue truck. Done cleaned up and painted the other side of it. This side I was waiting. The other inner fender's over there. He had to come off anyway because we're using this fender. This is fender I had put away to eventually go on that project. But while that one's not rusty, it's kinked up pretty bad, and it can be straightened out and used later on that project. But now I just want to get this over with. But and I was putting this on, I couldn't help but notice that it's set much higher off the frame because the bottom isn't gone. And I was a little iffy about it because I know that the bottom of this one is been fabricated by hand by someone before I got it. But they did a really good job. The metal they used was too thick, which I don't know if there really is a such thing as too thick. But I'm not sure about if it's at exactly the same height as an original. But upon, you know, my memory, when it was in the blue truck and I had a fender hanging on it, it hung good. The fender did. But then again, the cab mounts in the blue truck were hand fabricated, as are the ones in this one. And I didn't realize it because they did a good job. But I did notice there was no rubber in there. And on this side, there wasn't even a bolt. So guess what I've been doing? I done got the other side fixed, and it seemed to do the trick. I didn't have no rubber for it, so I had to get some off the four-wheel drive frame that was in really good shape. I was going to just reuse, but now, like I said, what you need right now is what matters, right? So that's what I'm doing today. No great big update. I did get a water pump. It is installed, which, yeah, I had the water pump last time. My other parts are on their way. I got the brake drums before I got the brake parts. So we'll still got to wait on the brake parts. I've got everything coming for the brakes except for lines, and I'll have to go and replace all my bending and flaring tools and all that because I lost them all in the fire. So we'll do that. We'll get a roll of a brake line and replace what needs replacing. I don't intend on going through this front to back because eventually I plan to put a dual reservoir master cylinder on it, and I'll redo all the front when I do that. And just depends on what the little stick going to the back looks like. It's just one line, ain't no big deal. Usually when you do this, you end up replacing the piece across the rear end anyway, because they hardly ever break loose from the cylinders. And there ain't no sense in just splicing in a little 2-inch piece when, you know, the whole thing's 5 foot. So put all that back right. And then all I have to worry about is exhaust. And I don't know about in your guys' area, but in my area, I went everywhere yesterday. Wasn't no exhaust shops open. And that may be part of the quarantine thing. I don't know, but none of them had hours up. It was just like there's abandoned. So I'm assuming I'm going to have to find somewhere online to get the flanges for these manifolds. Don't have any of these manifolds. Are brand new Ram's horns. The manifolds they're like $360, and the guy bought them and put them on this truck and then gave me the truck. Nice guy. But it don't have flanges, and I don't have any in my stash anywhere. I had some 3-hole ones for an FE block, but nothing for this. So that's where I'm at today. Hopefully weather permits this coming week. We're going to do a little more over on the garage tear down. I'd like to wrap it up in a day. A lot of it I can do under roof, even if it is raining, so that'll be something to do on rainy days when I can't fool this. And I was hoping to use these tires, but they're, if you look here, they're pretty, where's my finger? Aha, there you are. They're pretty cracked. They're not horrible. I've run worse. Like right there. Up if you'll focus. Down, get finger out of the way. Yeah. I believe I'll just throw these in the spare or pile, or maybe run them on the rear of this. I've got a couple, I believe, from the Burnt Ranger that didn't get burned. We'll throw them on some plain steel wheels and put them on the front of this. I'm probably going to put plain steel wheels on it. I ended up getting 3 of these, and with some new center caps, some sanding on some of these rough spots, and some polishing, these would look really good on this strut. And they're 7 inches wide. They'd handle good on the front, but only got 3. Anybody got a spare laying around, give me a yell. I can't find them nowhere. I haven't looked that hard, but I haven't run up on any yet. I got my video cat back. Say hello, Chloe. Hey, say hi. Her babies are inside. They're doing great. They all look like her, which is awesome. Okay, it's enough BS. Talk to you later. Hey guys, back working on the truck again. Trying to figure out this stupid camera phone. Replaced the radiator support with the one from the burn truck. Painted her up. Didn't get out again, did no spray, and just slathered on a good coat of Rust-Oleum after rust converting it. Same for the inner fender. Pulled it off, painted. Didn't pull that one off, just painted on the truck, haven't finished with it. Slapped a little red paint on the engine. Not done with that. Still waiting on brake parts to come in. The old core support was pretty rough. Figured out the dipstick, got it on there, as you can see right there. Most of these got them up here in the front, right behind that bracket for the generator. This one didn't. It had it in the side. And I know the numbers on this say 312 or 292, and I just assumed 292. My assumption is that's probably the engine came in the truck. But I don't know. I don't know the history of it. It could be, it couldn't be. Really don't make much difference to me. But I've never seen one with the dipstick in the middle like that. I had to reshape it for the ram's horn manifolds that the previous owner put on, which I love them. Stuck the bumper on there just to make sure it was going to line up with the core support. It's got to come off, have some dents knocked out of it, and be painted. Right now we're fighting with putting on a good replacement fender. Here's one come off. It's covered in paint where I painted valve covers. But it just warped up here. I'm saving it. It'll get straightened out, hammered out, and worked on for another project. It's rust free, which is good, of course. But it's come together. I'm fighting with these stupid clips. I hate them. I had to weld that hole up. Now the clip's hanging up on the hole in the welds. Can't find the parts to my grinder to put a grind wheel on it, of all things. I found the part that screws on, but I can't find the part that slides up on it that holds the wheel in place. And it's here among my stuff, and I can't imagine why the 2 pieces were not together. I don't know. But we're getting her done. I'm moving on. Toyota sitting out there belongs to a friend of mine. He wrecked it the other day, needs somewhere to park it. And there we go. Do anything else, I'll update you. And or if this turns out to be the actual end of this video, I'll give you another update soon. Later, guys. Hey guys. Yeah, we killing it with fire out here today. That's the remnants of that old camper that was on the F-350. Oh, I hear copyright. Hang on. Well, that ain't helping none, is it? There we go. Oh, Lord. Well, she looks a little different now, don't she? Throw the grill in, fenders on. This matte black Krylon matches the crappy old black on it pretty good. This is that fender I was telling you I've had since I was a kid, really. Took the carburetor off, rebuilt it, and it seems to be much better. Boy, putting an accelerator pump in helped. I could let it soak a little longer, but it all cleaned out nice. Thing had bugs in it and everything. It's amazing it run at all. And here's the bumper. It's really the best thing I got, and it's not that good. It was caved in good right here. I threw a little heat to it with Captain Propane there, and beat on it with the Sludge-O-Matic, the small Sludge-O-Matic. Now I'm getting ready to crank up the air compressor and throw the sandpaper to it. The wife is making me a pot of coffee, and all is good in the world. Let's see. Nope, battery ain't hooked up. I was gonna crank it up, but you heard it run. Still don't idle good, but that's in the timing, I believe. I need to set that distributor one notch back. I haven't touched the points in this. I'm thinking the last guy must have put a new set in it and had them set pretty close. But we'll double check. That could be part of it. That's about all we've done today. It's been too darn wet. Too much rain. I know this is about 3 parts in this video from 3 different days. And today is 2 days after the last video. I just trying to get a few little snippets to put something together worth seeing, or slightly interesting at least. I don't remember if I told you guys about the cab mounts on this, but I couldn't get nothing to line up, and looked, and they had made a homemade set of cab mounts and done a good job. But for some reason, they didn't put no rubber in, and then I started checking, and it was the core support was the reason it was collapsed and rusted out. So I had to do that, and I borrowed that rubber from here because I didn't have none anywhere else. And I had to kind of go through and get what I liked, But it worked out. It worked out good. I haven't got this side done yet, which this fender was never off, but when the hood is shut, it underlaps the fender by about 1/4 inch. And you can see after I got everything correct on this side, I've got about 1/4 inch here. So I got all the bolts loosened. Well, not all of them. I need to loosen the ones down in there. Tighten her down. I should be able to pull it over and get it all lined up pretty good. And the last guy just put this rubber over this hole to keep varmints and water out, and it's got to go. I'll just weld me a piece of metal over it without worrying too much about it, and Bondo it in, because I may change my mind later and I don't want to make it a permanent thing. We'll just hide it, you know what I mean? Because the other bed over there has tank built into it. And yeah, that's about it, guys, for today. Still waiting on some parts. The radiator should be here a day or 2. Need a spacer for that fan really bad. And let's see, hoses, upper and lower. I put new heater hoses on it. Oh, that right there is so much fun. Got this all back together. Haven't worried too much about the charging system. I'm gonna hook it up, but chances are I'm gonna take one of my spare alternators off Pontiac down there and put on it anyway. I like the GM alternator. Don't hold that against me. It's just so much simpler, and it's about 10 pounds less wiring. And if you've ever been broke down on the side of the road in a vehicle and the generator go out, you know what I mean. You walk in most parts stores nowadays and they go, generator, you need to go to Lowe's. They don't even know. And the last time I checked for one of them generators, about $130, $140 for a decent one in their reman. And by decent, most of the time they're no good either. Oh Lord, here comes my coffee. Ain't that awesome? Got her winter jam shirt on, barefooted on the wet ground. Yeah.
Mix that. When it gets done burning, I'll get you another cup.
Oh, that's good enough for now. Thank you, dear. So that's it for this one, guys.
There's your video cat.
And then there's my video cat, yeah. This is Miss Chloe again. She's in and out all day. She follows me around all the time. She likes me. Alright, guys. Please sub, comment, thumbs up me and all that good stuff. You know, the bell notification up top. I'm not just saying this out of robot type, you know. I forget to do it most of the time. I'm saying it because I'm shooting for 1,000 subscribers. Any help from you guys is greatly appreciated, and I can't do it without you. And you guys have brought me so far and done so much for me. It would be appreciated to no end. So thanks, guys. Thanks to the entire YouTube community. And God bless you. Stay safe. Stay healthy. See you later. Oh, yeah. And Leon says, don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, please. Give me a thumbs up. Do that little bell thing. All those good things. And Pebbles says, please do the same too. Thank you.